For decades, the sight has remained the same on Indian roads. Sirens blaring, long lines of SUVs speeding past traffic, and roads briefly coming to a halt as VIP convoys make their way through cities. But now, that familiar image is beginning to change. Across India, political leaders are suddenly cutting down the size of their convoys. Some are stepping out of luxury SUVs and choosing metros, bicycles, electric vehicles, and in one unique case, even a horse-drawn Tonga. And all of this started with a message from Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
खाना कम करे ना तो भी वो देशभक्ति का बहुत बड़ा काम है। आप देश सेवा में योगदान दे सकते हैं और इससे देश सेवा भी होगी और देह सेवा भी होगी। इससे देश के खजाने का स्वास्थ्य भी सुधरेगा और परिवार के हर सदस्य का स्वास्थ्य भी अच्छा रहेगा। साथियों, विदेशी मुद्रा की खपत वाला एक और सेक्टर हमारी खेती है। हम बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में बाहर से केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर इंपोर्ट करते हैं। केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर खेती के कारण हमारी धरती मां को बहुत पीड़ा हो रही है। हमारे खेत बर्बाद हो रहे हैं। अगर आज हम अपने खेत को नहीं बचाएंगे तो भविष्य में फसलों पर भी खतरा आ जाएगा। इसलिए बहुत जरूरी है कि हम केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर की खपत 25%, 30%, 40%, 50% उसको घटाए, आधी कर दें और हम उसके साथ साथ नेचुरल फार्मिंग की तरफ बढ़ें। हम फर्टिलाइजर का उपयोग कम करके विदेशी मुद्रा भी बचा सकते हैं और साथ साथ अपने खेत को बचा सकते हैं, हमारी ये धरती मां को बचा सकते हैं। और यह हमें करना ही होगा। आज वैश्विक संकटों से जो चुनौतियां आई है, हमें उन चुनौतियों को परास्त करना होगा। साथियों, भारत सरकार खेतों में डीजल पंप की जगह सोलर पंप की योजना चला रही है। हम खेतों में डीजल पंप की जगह सोलर पंप का उपयोग करने का जोर देना होगा। मैं कोविड काल में भी आग्रह करता था कि हम स्थानीय चीजें खरीदें, वोकल फॉर लोकल के मंत्र को लेकर चले। हम मेड इन इंडिया चीजें खरीदकर भी विदेशी मुद्रा बचा सकते हैं।
Amid rising fuel prices and global economic uncertainty, the Prime Minister recently urged people to reduce fuel consumption and avoid unnecessary spending. But this appeal was not directed only at the public. Modi also asked ministers, officials, and public representatives to lead by example. The message quickly turned into action. Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself substantially reduced the size of his official convoy. Soon after, Union Home Minister Amit Shah also downsized his fleet, while Defence Minister Rajnath Singh travelled to Jodhpur with the convoy reduced to less than half of its usual size. Then came a wave of similar announcements from across the country. In Uttar Pradesh, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath ordered an immediate 50% reduction in the number of vehicles accompanying ministers and officials. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Mohan Yadav announced that he would use only the minimum number of vehicles required and urged his cabinet colleagues to follow the same practice. Rajasthan Chief Minister Bhajan Lal Sharma directed officials and public representatives to minimize convoy usage, while Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta announced restrictions on the number of official vehicles used by ministers and MLAs. In Chhattisgarh, Chief Minister Vishnu Dio Sai reduced his convoy size and announced a stronger push for electric vehicles in government use. Himachal Pradesh Governor Kavinder Gupta went a step further, declaring Raj Bhavan a fuel conservation zone. But what caught people's attention even more was the sudden shift in how some leaders chose to travel. In Delhi, Minister Kapil Mishra posted a video of himself commuting on the metro. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis was seen flying an economy on a commercial flight. Later, he was also spotted riding a motorbike after leaving Mantralaya. Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde switched to electric vehicle for travel. In Srinagar, Minister Satish Sharma travelled in a horse-drawn Tonga after PM Modi's appeal. Delhi Minister Parvesh Verma rode a bicycle while BJP MP VD Sharma used an electric scooter to visit the market. Even the newly elected Kerala Chief Minister designate VD Satheesan joined the movement. One of his first decisions after being named Chief Minister was to reduce the size of his convoy. Satheesan also stated that roads should not be blocked for his movement and that the public should not suffer inconvenience because of the VIP travel. Even governors have started making changes. Tamil Nadu Governor Rajendra Arlekar recently reduced the size of his convoy during an official visit. With fuel prices rising due to global tensions and economic uncertainty, the government has repeatedly stressed the need for fuel conservation. The move has also reopened the debate around VIP culture in India. For years, oversized political convoys have been criticized for causing traffic disruptions, wasting public money, and creating inconvenience for ordinary people. Many see this current shift as a welcome attempt to project more grounded, accessible image of leadership. At the same time, security experts warn that reducing convoy sizes should not compromise the safety of leaders facing serious threats. From metros to bicycles to electric vehicles and small convoys, India's political class is trying to send a new message. Whether this became a lasting political change or remains a temporary campaign is something only time will tell.